Hello everyone, welcome to this week's video game stuff number 8, I believe it is. I'm already losing track of them. We're not gonna start with Naruto Online this week because I will be making a video a video only about that later on. That's because Shura has been released this week. A little bit on the early side, but I'll comment on that on a separate video, so we'll go straight into the discounts this week and we will start not with Xbox actually. Suppose we could. Let me move that across then, so I don't lose track of which tabs I'm on. I had a brief look and I didn't see anything awfully great, but I'll try and have a more thorough look now. In terms of discounts, we'll ignore these ones, games under $10, because that's only from actual stores, from Game, and I forgot what the other one was. So we'll focus on what you get from the store, and that's not really worth it. That's not worth it. Definitely not worth it. I did see all these earlier. Call of Duty Modern Warfare, nope. Overcooked for £6, I believe. This game is on discount on another platform, possibly even for free. So just pay attention to the video. But Xbox wise, yes, you can get the game for $6.55 at the moment. No idea if it's worth it or not. Never heard of that game. That's not worth it. So if you've got gold, you can get Arcade Classics for $3.99. That I suppose could be fun if you don't have anything else to play. I always like the good classic games anyway, so that could be good. This is not worth it. Whatever that is, that's like Worms, right? Which is good fun, but it's called Doglings? However you pronounce that. It could be a fun game if it's like Worms, I suppose. It does look like Worms, it's just like a different name. I suppose you've got like a green character and that character, they're not. Anyway, probably a bit on a pricey side, you know, from $12.49 to $8.74. It's not really good save, great save there. I've got Indie Gems Bundle Explosions Edition, so that's what, 3 different games by the looks of it, for just under $10. That's if you have gold membership. Alkine's Gun for £5 if you have gold. Maybe it's worth it. You just look into it if you're interested in the game. Lichdom Battle Mage for £2, just over £2 if you have gold, and never heard of that. Big Buck Hunter Arcade. You want Deer, I guess? For just under £4. I was trying to get this game yesterday and I couldn't. Free with gold, Warhammer 40k Inquisitor. And I couldn't get this one either. I wonder if it's working today. I'll try it after. I did manage to get the Xbox title, which I believe I covered these games on the video last week, but I couldn't buy these games. It was giving me some weird system requirements. So I was going to try and do it on the Xbox itself, but in the end I didn't log in on the Xbox because I was playing Grid most of the night. I finished one of the classes on Grid, and in fact PlayStation is still on. So I haven't done that, but I will try it again later. Hopefully I'll do that before the 15th, so I can get the games for free. So yeah, not a lot worthwhile, to be honest, unless obviously you've got Xbox with gold and you can get these ones for free. In terms of other discounts, I think it's rather lackluster, to be entirely honest. So we'll move on to Steam. So we'll jump from console to PC and then back to console. Yeah, that's because I would have started with Steam, but I had the Xbox page open, you know, whatever. So special offers currently this week. Mind you, some of them are actually daily offers. So I think at least I saw one that's got 8 hours left on it at the time of recording. Anyway, we've got Remnant 40% of the Banished, you know, for £5. Is that a new early access game or something? Elite Dangerous, 70% off. Destiny 2. I'll have some news on Destiny 2 later on in the video as well. That's 50% off. No idea what that is. It's a BAFTA winner games. I don't know. Didn't know that was a thing. I should probably look into that though. Oops, I think I jumped out a little bit. NFS Heat. I think NFS went downhill many years ago, but I don't know, but the game could be fun. Dragon Age Origins Ultimate Edition, that is on discount, 75% off, so you get that for just over £6. Probably worth it if you've never played it. Dragon Age games are good, and there's, as you can see down here as well, on Dragon Age Inquisition, which is not as good as that Dragon Age actually. They went, from what I hear, went downhill after the second one. That's what I heard. I haven't played them. I do own some of them, and I hope that one day I get around to them. But from the people I know that played it, and after the second one, they weren't as impressed. Civilization 6 is 75% off as well. It's still around £12.50 though, so you're really up to you. If you like that kind of game, then fair enough. If not, just leave it be. And Plants vs Zombies Game of the Year Edition for 85 pennies? I didn't see this earlier. That's definitely worth it, without a shadow of a doubt. Really? I mean, it's less than £1. Definitely you go for that. Even I might get that. Yeah, I might get it. Resident Evil Biohazard. Which one is that one? Still £6.60. That's a bit on the expensive side. But if you like the genre, it's still a discount. No idea what that is. Titan Quest, 75% off. Anniversary edition is £4.50. Okay, that's good. Let's have a look down here. So for some reason, I've noticed Steam has got most games saying as released. Okay, well this one says released 8th of June. Most of them say 4th of June. I never noticed that before. I don't know why it's saying that. Obviously they wouldn't release in those dates, so I'm a little bit confused with that. And so yeah, down here you can see Dragon Age Inquisition, 50% off. Crisis 3 is nearly 70% off, just over £8. And Mirror's Edge seems to be on discount on different platforms as well. It's a pretty cool game. Mirror's Edge Catalyst, I would say it's definitely worth the £9. Most of the Dragon Age titles are on discounts, so that's more like a normal price, £17.99 for the game. So I don't know what the others are. Should I click on it, see what it tells me anyway? Is it like DLC or something? Because that would make more sense. If I click on that, got the edition, overwhelmingly positive. Yeah, I know a friend of mine's bought it for the kids, and apparently her husband just plays it with the kids, which is what most of us will do anyway. And apparently it's a pretty cool game. No, it is the full game for 85 pence. I might buy it, and I might actually buy it as a gift as well, and offer it to one of my mates. So yeah, let's get back. So good discounts again on Steam, which is always good to see. Need for Speed is still a bit on the expensive side, so is Destiny. Obviously Civilization 6, as we mentioned, or as I mentioned, is it's a cool game, but still on the pricey side, I'd say. Elite Dangerous, still a bit pricey. Resident Evil 3, definitely pricey. Dragon Age Inquisition, I think this was the latest game, I'm not too sure, released in 2014 possibly. I don't know if they did another one after that. God, it's been 6 years already. But it's nearly 20 quid, so I'd buy the older ones, to be honest, and maybe next year or later on you get this game as a cheap on a cheap price. Crysis 3 for £8.24. I think that's actually a good price for it. All the Crysis games I think were good. I've only played the first one. I'm not sure if I played the second. Definitely haven't played the third one, but they're all good games. So yeah, for that price, they're worth it. VA11, all a Cyberpunk party interaction. No idea what that is. I think probably £7 is a bit much for it. Mirror's Edge Catalyst is a good game, 50% off, which I mentioned above. Europa Universalis never heard of. It's 80% off though. Strategy game, historical stimulation, very positive. Out of over 52,000 reviews, so that's gotta say something. So Mirror's Edge, this is the first game, is £1.79. That's cool. I'm not gonna buy it though, but that is definitely recommended. If you haven't played any of them, have a look into it, see if it's your kind of game. Definitely worth buying on that one. So this was the one that I couldn't read on the bigger screen. Resident Evil 7 Biohazard 660. Yeah, I think the last one I played was Resident Evil 5. That's how long ago it was. I saw my mate play Resident Evil 6 though. I haven't seen anything about 7 whatsoever. But for £6.60, I'll probably say it's worth it. It's very positive reviews, so pretty good. We covered that. This one I have no idea what it is. So here, 75% off Dragon Age Origins Ultimate Edition. Not too sure what the Ultimate Edition has extra compared to the normal version, but £6.24 is definitely worth it. Pretty good game. Resident Evil 2 by was 22. Wow, that's expensive. Crysis 2 is on discount for £6.24. It is a very good game. I would say worth it. I wonder if they've got Crysis 1 on discount as well. They probably have, considering the whole thing. Oh, there we go. Crysis Maximum Edition. Again, no idea what the Maximum Edition is. I have played the first Crysis game. Is it Crysis? Crysis Warhead. What's Warhead? I will take a guess and say it's DLC, but I could be wrong. I did play the base game, the first Crysis game, and I did like it. £6.24 is definitely worth it. So I'm kind of jumping up and down here, sorry about that. Need for Speed Hot Pursuit after Dragon Age 2. So you've got two versions of Dragon Age 2 on discount. You've got the second one for £8.99, that's 50% off, and £10.99 for the DLC bundle, which doesn't really have any reviews, but the base game will have reviews. Mixed reviews on the second one, so only 68 reviews though. That is very odd. Anyway, do as you wish. Burnout Paradise Remastered for £4.50. If you've never played it, I played it on console on PlayStation 3. Was a lot of fun. Obviously it's very arcadey, just got crashing into all the cars and whatever. I never played any of the DLC, but for £4.50 it's definitely worth the fun. And Need for Speed Rivals. So a lot of the Need for Speed games are on sale. I mean, I suppose after Electronic Arts returned to Steam, there's been a lot of discounts on their games. And which is good for it's good for the players. Obviously, I'm happy with that. I'm not going to be getting any of them. I do want some of those games already anyway. Just on console. And Ravel £8.99. I have heard of that game. It's a puzzle game. I wouldn't spend £9 on it though. Anything else here? Resident Evil 4 for £3.74. I'd say that's a good discount. WRC 7, I do own this, I think, on Xbox One. This is for £7, and I haven't played it, but from what I've seen, I will say for £7 it's worth it. So yeah, you can get some really good games for under 10 quid, including even some games for less than a £5. Pretty good stuff. So we'll move on. We'll have a quick look at GOG, because I haven't touched GOG in the past few weeks, and the only reason I'm going to touch it today, or the main reason I'm going to touch it today, is because the summer sale is only going to be on for another 5 days. I believe it finishes on the 15th of June. So I just wanted to have a quick look at the store. I don't think this is okay. It's sorted by best selling. I suppose that's fine. We'll go with that. You might have some gems at the end though, so this kind of just have a look at it, I guess, and see. There's always hidden gems in these kind of discounts. Divinity Original Sin 2 Definitive Edition, never heard of. I'd say it's still a bit pricey. The Witcher, a free, always amazing game. £12.29, 70% off. Yeah, that's kind of cool. If even £30, this is a game that I'd say just freaking go for it if you haven't got it. But obviously it's been out for a few years now. You can get it in good prices, and it's whatever you pay for it, it is going to be worth it. Prey Digital Deluxe Edition, £9.79. That is a good game from what I've heard. Dishonored Complete Collection, so that's the first and the second game, I believe, for £20. So that's two games that you're getting, if I'm correct. Double check on that, but I'm pretty sure at least the first two games are on it. And obviously I'd say that's worth it for the price that you're paying. I've heard some mixed things about the second one, and the first one was amazing, so yeah, I would say worth it. Metro Exodus Gold Edition, yeah, it's a bit on the pricey side. Outward, I'm not familiar with. Plus, probably on the pricey side, not familiar with. Life is Strange, complete season, 80% off. So basically, just over £3 for this game. It's absolutely worth it. It is absolutely worth it. It's kind of cinematic style kind of game. So if you're into those kind of games, I'll say just get it. Supreme Commander Gold Edition, no idea, not familiar with it. Fallout New Vegas Ultimate Edition. To be honest, even I should buy this, but I know I'm not gonna have time to play it. So it's arguably the best Fallout game. Again, don't hate me on it. I haven't really played Fallout, but I know a lot of people that love New Vegas as the best Fallout game. So do whatever, take your own conclusions out of it. Dragon Age again is on discount here. That's £4.09. So again, compare the prices across the stores. Okay, do that and get the best deal. Thronebreaker, The Witcher Tales. Is this like the card game or something of The Witcher? I can't remember. It's over £8 though. Probably want to go for that. Metro franchise bundle. Ooh, I wonder what that's as. 60% off, 31 quid. I do have some of the Metro games, or at least one of them anyway. So I've got Metro Last Light. I think that's the one I own on, I think it's PlayStation. Metro 2033, Metro Exodus and the DLCs. So is that you're getting three games plus DLCs? So that's probably, I mean, for 30 quid for 3 games, that's again around £10 a game with DLC. Not a bad deal for sure. Diablo plus Hellfire for £6.99. I'm not overly familiar with the Diablo series, so do look into it. I mean, it's only 15% off, so I wouldn't bother getting it. Gridfall, no idea. Wolfenstein, the 2-pack. Wolfenstein is good, so that might be worth it. Just have a look at it. The Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. I started playing it on PlayStation 3, but I was an idiot and I didn't like the game. Yeah, back then I was playing very different games, so I've bought it on Steam since, but I haven't managed to go back and play it. So this is for about £5. You can get cheaper on Steam every now and then, but that's still a good price and still a very good game. Neverwinter Nights 2 Complete, 50% off. SWAT 4, Fallout 3 Game of the Year Edition for under £5. That's worth it. I know it's an old Fallout game, but it is worth it. Life is Strange Before the Storm Deluxe Edition for £4. Worth it. Warcraft, not much of a big discount. The Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind, Game of the Year Edition for under £4 is probably a good price. Do bear in mind that this game looks very outdated now. There are a lot of mods there, so if you're familiar with mods, then you can probably still have a pretty good experience. I mean, you'll have a good experience nonetheless. It's just obviously the game looks outdated. It's a game that I wanted to play, but I'll never get around to. Not a chance. Supreme Commander 2. I'm not familiar at all with the Supreme Commander series. I should probably check them out. £2.69. If it's your kind of thing, well, probably not going to get much cheaper than that, is it? Blade Runner, 20% off. Not really. A Plague Tale Innocence, a bit on expensive side. Grim Dawn, £4. Interesting. The Evil Within 2, 75% off. Just over £8. That's kind of cool. Divinity Originals again. And what else have we got there? Dishonored 2. Again, I suppose if you've already got the first game and you don't want to buy the pack, you can just buy the second game, I suppose, for just over £8. And The Witcher 2, 85% off, £2.49. If you never played The Witcher 2, perfect opportunity to get it for £2.50. Absolutely worth it. I've started playing it. I'm probably around halfway through the game, and I haven't played it in months. I'm trying to finish all the game before I go back to it. Absolutely worth it though. Mega worth it. Firewatch, £4. Crysis, again £4. I can definitely vouch for Crysis because I played it and I really had good fun with it. Firewatch I never played, so do check it out. Neverwinter Nights Enhanced, £4. I did have a Neverwinter game, but I think it was on PlayStation 3 by the time I went to play it. Is that a servers down or something? I can't remember. And I couldn't play it. Darkest Dungeon, The Evil Within, 60% off. So you've got the first and the second game for sale, which is kind of cool. And at the end of the first page, we've got Heroes of Might and Magic 5 bundle. So it's a bundle. I wonder what else has got on it for £4. It's probably kind of worth it. Let's have a look at it. Why not? I'm gonna have some coffee while I'm at it as well. This is gonna end up being another long video, isn't it? Anyway. Okay. Interesting. DRM free, of course. That's the thing about the GOG store. The games are DRM free, and they've got this rather controversial with the game developers and publishers, that a 30 days refund policy. Just don't abuse it, honestly. CD Projekt Red is one of the few companies out there that actually does care about customers. So if you do play the game and do enjoy it, don't try to refund it back. Just I don't think it's fair at all. There will be people that will abuse the policy. Don't be that person. There's no need to. If it was EA or some other companies, I might be a bit more inclined, like, oh, rip them off. I don't care. They deserve it to some extent. But I wouldn't do this at GOG. For as long as CD Projekt Red are on the side of customers, then no, I'd support them. In fact, I might even buy Cyberpunk 2077 at release, even though I know I can't play it, just to support one of the very, very few companies that actually do care about customers. Yeah, this looks interesting for £4. Probably the type of game that I should give a shot at some point. So yeah, let's close that. Let's close that as well. Okay. And what was the other game that I mentioned that I said I didn't know anything about and I should probably check? Yeah, Supreme Commander. Let's click on that just briefly. So similar. Yeah, I've never been into this genre and I really wish I was. I need to try some of these games at some point. I know I'm never gonna have the time, but at least I'll tell myself that well, it's the truth. I'd like to play them, even if I never get around to it. I would like to try them. So cool. We'll move on to PlayStation then. Pretty sure we covered the games. Yeah, we did the Plus games last week. So we'll have a quick look at the double discounts page. Like, I'm not really a fan of this format, but we'll have a look at the double discounts at the games and at £9. I think the way they put it under £9 is because in America it will be under $10, so it makes it a bit easy for them to advertise it, I guess. We're gonna ignore that middle one today. So on double discounts, we've got a fair bit of discounts. PES 2020. I didn't even know this thing. I didn't know PES was still coming out. I thought Konami had killed that franchise as well. So we've got some discounts there. MotoGP 19, if you're a motorbike fan. I haven't played a motorbike game in ages, but unless they put it for free with PlayStation Plus, I'm not going to spend a penny on it. Yeah, okay, well, maybe if they sell it for a penny, I will buy it for a penny. But otherwise, no. But you know, it's good. It's under £10, so kind of cool. Call of Duty Black Ops 3 Zombies Chronicle, that is a bundle. It's 21. It's a bit expensive. Season pass, nobody cares. The Crew 2, this game has been on discount at multiple stores recently. And you've got the deluxe edition. You've got the gold edition. I don't know. I wouldn't spend that much money on it, considering all the other games that you can get. Anything really that interesting here? Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered. That's too expensive. Need for Speed Payback for under £5. Look into it, see if it's actually worth. It's 80% off, but Need for Speed, I mean, it was fun, but they've recycled and yeah, it's been over recycled, in my opinion. But you know, for £5, if you can get a few hours gameplay out of it, then pretty cool. What the hell is this for Warframe? I suppose that's how Warframe make money. It is a free-to-play game, so I can't complain. And this is the first time I'm actually seeing these prices. Obviously, I am relatively familiar with... Oh, it's not Warframe, Warface. What the hell is Warface? Warface? Absolutely no idea. I should probably search that. Assassin's Creed Conan Exiles Deluxe Edition. Damn, this game is expensive. Is it like kinda newish or something? God, I wouldn't spend that much money. Uno. Didn't know they made a game for that. £4? God, just play and actually just get some cards and actually play with your mates. Well, that's assuming you're not in an area that's still on lockdown. Assassin's Creed Origins Deluxe Edition. Too expensive. That's just too much money. That's the Hunter Game thingy again that we saw elsewhere on discounts. For Honor Marching Fire. I mean, I know I'm jumping around, but honestly, I don't see anything interesting here. Now, which game does this belong to? I have no idea. I've never heard of Warface. Avatars. I mean, that avatar is cool. It's not a female. But the avatar is free. I would like free avatars. Okay. Interesting. Anyway, whatever. For games under £10, probably some of them will be covered on the other, well, like I said, like double discounts or whatever. But this is where you might actually have some things that are worth getting, in my opinion. Far Cry Primal for £8.99, like call it £9. So that's not a bad deal. Friday the 13th, the game. Don't know what the price is because I've already got it. I got it for free. So £4, just over £4 for £4 and 2 pennies. And then now I need to go back, which is annoying. So they haven't played it. I only got it because it was for free. So I don't know if it's actually worth the £4 or not. The Order 1886. This is a game that I'd like to play. It is under £9. I'd say it's worth it from what I remember when the game came out. At NAC 2 for £9. Obviously, it's a bit more of a fun game. Personally, I'd go for the Order instead of getting that game. But you know, if you want to have some some fun, then NAC 2 might be a bit more into you know, the animations and all that. To me, it's very different than the Order, obviously. Need for Speed for £4, which wait. Open link in new tab. Which Ah, yeah, no, I remember that game. I was like, what, Need for Speed what? No, I remember, yeah, just Need for Speed. 2015, God, the time flies, holy crap. Oh, no, I don't want to close that. Is it worth it? Perhaps, for £4. Get some fun out of it. Erica, never heard of, £4. Assassin's Creed Origins, The Curse, that's just a level. And that's another level there. Pff, screw that, I'm not paying that much for a level. Pff, screw you. 74% of Super Bombardment something? Dirt Rally VR, okay. So if you've got a VR headset for your PlayStation 4, that will definitely be fun. Again, we see Mirror's Edge Catalyst on discount, and on a PlayStation store you can get it for £4.50. Metal Gear Solid 5, I do own it, so I need to do this to check the price. It's 82% off, so £4.29, which it is, what the hell, which is worth it, by the way. I got it for free on a PlayStation Plus, that's why it says it's purchased, but if you missed that and you're looking for a game, it's definitely worth the £4. Grand Ages Medieval, never heard of, quite a big discount, 81%, so maybe look into that. Warhammer Vermintide 2, PSN game, maybe a bit on the pricey side. MotoGP 18, £7.39 for a 2-year-old game. A game that comes out every year. I don't know if it's really worth it, but yeah, I guess why not. I mean, they gave the same price for the 2017 one. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Not sure how I feel about that. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite Standard Edition. I'll probably say worth it because these games tend to be fun. I'm hoping that you can do like split screen with your mate or something, or at the very least there will be online features. So, and that's a bundle as well, so I don't know what else comes on it. Until Dawn for £8.99. Yeah, 43% off. I mean, it is good, but I'm probably wouldn't go for that. I'm not familiar with any of these, so again, if you are and you're like, oh, it's a good discount, obviously do get it. Beyond Two Souls, it's cool. Probably didn't end up doing as well as I expected. For under 10 quid, I'd say probably worth a go. Heavy Rain, I own that. How much does it cost though? It is a pretty cool game. You know, you do choices and that is not an awful... Well, it's about making choices basically. £8.99. So again, cinematic kind of thing game, if I remember correctly. And MXGP 2 for £3.30. I will do recommend that, just because of you know, the fun that you're gonna have and the price. It's pretty cool. Ski Jumping Pro VR, never heard of, but if you have a VR headset, look into it. And the Doom VR for £6 again, just look into it. If you've got a VR headset, I think I heard something about it when it came out, but I can't put my finger on it, so I'll refrain from saying anything that might be extremely incorrect. And that is pretty much it. So some good things there for sure. Briefly on other things Sony wise before we move away from Sony. They have been fined in Australia $2.5 million. This is because they refused to issue refunds to some customers. I think there's like 4 or 5 customers involved in this or something. So for what was involved, I think that's a lot of money, but at the end of the day, you know, Australia do take gaming quite seriously, and you know, it's more of a warning to Sony rather than anything else. If they do it again, they'll probably get paid a lot more, and they'll get fined a lot more. This article is from cnet.com. I think this came out a few days ago, but I thought I'd mention it. As I said, Australia does take, you know, ratings and a lot of video game related issues. They, especially consumer, they're probably the country more consumer friendly We've seen some other issues in the past with other games where they have also been fined or were forced to refund the customers. I think Fallout 76 was definitely one of them. So yeah, I'm not surprised by that, and really Sony should have known better. And yeah, we'll move on from that. Bungie, this article from The Verge, Bungie details Destiny 2's next-gen future, including free PS5 and Xbox Series X upgrades. So that is good to hear, and I'm expecting Bungie to keep being somewhat friendly with customers as they broke away from, I believe it was Activision, something that probably Blizzard should do, but you know, whatever. We're not talking about them now. So yeah, Destiny 2 is coming to the Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5, and today was given additional details on just what that transition will look like when the ports release this holiday. And by today, we mean yesterday, June the 9th. And the article continues. First off, Bungie is promising the next-gen versions of Destiny 2 will support 60 frames per second and 4K resolution on the PlayStation 5 and Xbox X, or Series X rather, marking a significant jump from the 30 FPS 1080p version of the game on current-gen consoles. So, I mean, that is obviously good if you have the TV, if you have the equipment, or if you have the money to upgrade. Obviously, that's pretty cool. Despite those improvements, Bungie is promising that the cross-generation versions will still be fully compatible with each other. PlayStation 5 owners will be able to play Destiny 2 with friends on the PlayStation 4 version, and Xbox Series X customers will have crossplay with the Xbox One version. More importantly, Bungie also teased that it was working on cross-platform play for some time in 2021, which will finally make it possible for Xbox and PlayStation players to enjoy Destiny 2 together. Now, that will be absolutely amazing if they move on to that. I know there's a lot of rivalry between Sony and Xbox and whatever, but ultimately for the consumers and for the customers, it will be great if you could do that. I welcome that, absolutely. We need that to really become a thing. Whatever platform you go, you can play against other platforms. Maybe not involve PC too much, that's a discussion for another day for reasons that some people agree and some disagree with, but at least in between the console, it would be amazing if we could play each other. The article reads on, as part of that commitment to supporting Destiny 2 on both current generation and next-gen consoles, Bungie has also announced that current Destiny 2 owners on PS4 and Xbox One will get free upgrades to the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X versions of the game for all existing content. Again, pretty cool, really consumer friendly. Will they have done something like this if they were still with Activision? I have some serious doubts, some serious doubts on that. So yeah, that's really good news for consumers there. I've not played any of the Destiny games. I obviously know a lot of players that have played and players that do play, and I'm happy for them. This should come as good news for everyone involved, really. Moving on to the next article, this mentions United Kingdom. Yeah, over here we are looking, or we are still looking at classifying loot boxes as gambling. The article in question is from the Guardian, and I mean they've got children on a title, but I think it's not just children that need to be protected. There's a lot of people that can easily fall into the habit of just overspending. So these, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I know there's an argument to be had, there's a discussion to be had, but as far as I see, they're gambling. There's a lot of games. You can see a picture of FIFA there, but there are a lot of other games, mobile games and all other games that really should be classified as gambling, because it is absolutely ridiculous that they're not. Should I bother reading anything? Yeah, we'll read a little bit of the Guardian's article. Loot boxes, a controversial element of video games, could be reclassified as gambling products over concern they are training children to gamble. Not sure I agree with training, but we'll move on. The Department for Digital, Culture, Media and Sport will this week launch a call for evidence on the increasingly common feature of games such as the football franchise FIFA. Well done, EA, for being the one that brought this to the attention of everyone with, what was it? It was a Star Wars game, wasn't it? And obviously the FIFA game is so popular in UK, so much money that they make on it. It was just a matter of time before people started not raising eyebrows. We've been doing that for years, but it was a matter of time before politicians actually did something about it. And I hope they do something about it. I hope this is not one of those things that, yeah, that gets a lot of time on telly and gets a lot of articles written about, but actually nothing comes of it. So I hope something does happen and we change the rules on these games. I think on a video from Young Ye on his YouTube channel, I think he made a really good point there, where games like FIFA are for everyone or free, PEGI free and above, and you've got other games. I can't remember the specific example that he gave, but it's a game that involves gambling on the actual game, but you cannot use real money for it, and that game is classified 12 and above. Yet FIFA, where you can use real money, it's only classified for ages 3 and above. It's absolutely moronic, in my opinion. So yeah, do check Young Ye's channel and to see what it says on it. It does go in a little bit more in depth into it, and I do actually agree with his opinions on it. Anyway, back to this article. Where were we? The move has been spurred by mounting concern that the mechanics of loot boxes, or surprise mechanics, or whatever EA called them, are encouraging gambling style behavior among children, potentially leading them into addiction in later life. I think it's adding them to, it's giving them addiction at an early age, not even later in life. It can't be a good thing. Later in life, hopefully you've grown up and you've your brain has developed and you see things differently. You're probably not as likely to actually be addicted to that kind of thing. But once you get addicted at a young age, then yeah, no, I think that sets a very could set you on a very dangerous and destructive, self-destructive path. Not just self-destructive. You can destroy your family and a lot more. Loot boxes allow players to spend money on in-game rewards such as special characters or equipment without knowing what they will get. A lot of games use this, and it is sickening. Some of them, there are the odd game out there where you actually know the rates, what you can get. Games that actually don't overcharge, but a lot of games literally they're going after the whales. And I play Naruto Online, so I'm very familiar with those kind of games. And there is the price that they charge for certain things, it's absolutely ridiculous. Astronomical prices for things that literally are not worth anything. Yeah, and it doesn't even cost the companies much to develop those things. So they're literally just trying to make as much money as they possibly can, which is the thing. It's corporations these days. They don't care about anybody but pleasing their shareholders and their CFOs, CEOs, and whatever. Just as much money as they can take from people, regardless of consequences. And that's why the industry needs to be regulated. I don't like the government getting involved in everything and regulating everything, but unfortunately, if people have no morals, somebody needs to step in and do something about it. So yeah, anyway, the article reads on, the value to the video games industry has been estimated at £23 billion a year, and it is rising, definitely. Thanks to revenues that keep rolling in even after the initial purchase of the game. That's why they put them on, because making £40 or £50 at release or whatever for a game that's not even finished, that's what happens a lot these days. That's not enough for developers and publishers, especially the publishers. They're usually where the problem comes from. They need to add more so that they can keep making money, which it's fine as long as you keep it somewhat ethical and somewhat reasonably priced, which is something that a lot of these games don't. So the article reads on. Feel free to go and read it yourself. I'm not really going to read any further on it. I just hope something does get done about it, because something needs to be done. The industry is taking it too far, and it needs to stop. Absolutely needs to stop. And to the last article, which unfortunately we don't know yet. I did try, I didn't do a huge search on the web, but I have not managed to find what the free Epic game will be as of tomorrow. And they have this Overcooked, and I did mention earlier on, this was on discount on another sale, but actually on another platform. I think platform. unless it was Xbox, unless it was GOG, I can't remember. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Overcooked is for free until tomorrow on the Epic Store, and I suspect we'll get some news in the next few hours with regards to the new free game. They've been having really good games over the past few weeks, so it's probably going to be another one really worth it. If you use the Epic Store, if you're happy with that, then do definitely keep an eye on the sites or on the internet in general to find out what the new game is going to be, and you can get another free game. You know, free stuff. We like free stuff. I just don't like having 100 different installers and things to get games from. That's not my thing. So that's why I only use Steam on PC. But well, I could use GOG. I suppose I could buy things there. That's absolutely fine. But all the Electronic, Ubisofts, Epic, all these stores, no, I'm sorry, too much for me. Don't care. But yeah, keep an eye on that. This is a video coming up later today, which took me, I don't know, for some reason, 2 hours to render, which is really weird. It's only a 27-minute video. I've got no idea what I did wrong on that. And I will have another video coming out later, specifically about Naruto Online and the new character being released tomorrow. Thank you all for watching. Sorry the video again dragged on for too long because I can't stop talking crap. And hopefully you've enjoyed. Just get some cheap or even free games, and yeah, have fun. Take care and see you on the next one.